Good day, folks. Praying all is well. I was reading an article on John Podesta. Those that of you that don't know that name, he was the White House Chief of Staff, I believe, under Bill Clinton. I know he was in that administration and the Obama administration. Well, in 2023, he got put in charge of $328 billion from the Trump administration to dole out to different organizations that have to deal with climate. That would also be known as a slush fund. Think about that. More than $250 billion. The question is why? Why such huge amounts of money, taxpayer money? If it's gonna be discovered, the companies that got money, like, not the companies, the NGOs, the organizations that got money, they're questionable. Stacey Abrams had ran for governor of Georgia. All of a sudden, right before Biden leaves, she becomes part of an organization, and they give that organization $2 billion. Again, I just wonder why so blatant. It was going to be discovered. Why? Because it has to be put on paper and filed and all that. This is what I believe. It's a couple of things. One, the Democratic Party has gotten away with blatantly breaking rules, laws, just doing things that they ain't supposed to in front of everybody. And yet, they won like Biden's seat. You know, when he last won the presidency. And they got this mindset of no matter what we do, we can't do no wrong. And people continue to vote them in. Now, and in the year 2000, that's questionable right there. But I'll leave that one alone. I'm just going to go through a quick the history as to how we got Trump. When President Obama came into before Obama, Trump used to donate funds to Republicans and Democrats. Trump is the type of man that if he feels you're right and all that, he's gonna rock with you. If not, he won't mess with you. So he gave money to both sides. Trump got on this thing about the birth certificate of Obama. He wasn't the only one. And Trump being Trump, and the microphone he has, he used it. And it was a thorn on the Obama administration. It was on a personal thing between them two. So there was a dinner being had called the Correspondents' Dinner. That's where all of the major media get together. The newspapers, TVs, and all that. And there's a roast, like they joke on people. they thought it was a good idea to roast Trump. And they went at him. I've seen it. It's pretty funny. Trump didn't think it was funny at all because they just kept on him and kept on him and kept on him and kept on him. And it is stated he was there with his wife, Melania Trump. They got up. Now, he stood there throughout the whole thing. He got up and he told his wife, I'm going to show these people. I'm going to become president. I'm going to run. And his wife said to him, you do know if you run, you're going to win. And he said, I know. That is the type of man that Trump is. It takes a special individual, whether you like him or not. It takes a special individual who's not a politician. Get up and say, I'm going to run and I'm going to win. On his own, with his money. That's how we got Trump. And Trump got into office, and the Democrats lost their mind. They broke all sorts of rules. They started grabbing this statute and this statute and mixing them together and making it a crime. Weissman, what's his name? Andrew Weissman, according to Sidney Powell, is known from doing that. Weissman is a prosecutor, federal prosecutor. Anyway, they started doing also that had never been done to a president before. Almost 250 years, yo. We hear, I've seen through the news, leaders of countries fleeing to other countries because the opposing side want them to lock them up and all of that. We've seen that on TV. Iran with the Shah, and the list goes on and on. Do we want to turn into that? That's what we want to turn into? There's a reason why it had never been done. And these fools come and just tear right through everything. Why? Because Trump wasn't a politician. He didn't abide by their rules. They knew when this man goes in there and finds all those skeletons, it might jump off. And they started doing all sorts of things, and people kept backing them up. The media lied to you. They all did. The whole Democrat. Some of you might say, and not just about the line, they all do it. I tell you what, I'm going to give you that one. Okay. But guess who got caught? And go back and find me somewhere where the Republicans did this. Where you go back and find that a president went and allowed, right, for the finances of America to get stripped like that on the way out of office. They did it. They were so blatant about the money and all that. I believe because those that were on top were on their way out. And they were like, you know what, whatever. So they just did what they did. You know? Like, and guess what? We're still going to have the voters. And they also knew we messed up so bad, it's going to be a while. I'm not talking about 2 or 3 years. years before Democrats get into the White House. They knew that. They saw the writing on the wall. They looked at themselves. They looked at their bench. They looked at what they have done. They realized what was about to get discovered. And they figured, hey, let's just go all out. Get as much as we can to give up. That's what happened. Well, they were just blatant with it. Just lying. Straight up. Robbed us. Anyway, guys, God bless and be safe.